Good evening, all my Patriots out there. Patriot American here. Well, tomorrow is the day we've been waiting for the past 2 years. The midterm 2018 elections. Tomorrow, we as a nation have the choice of either staying on the course of American prosperity or diverging from it and joining the likes of Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Bernie Sanders in their quest to redact everything that we have accomplished in the past 2 years. Those things I might add, which are record low unemployment for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, and women, if you could believe that. Huge tax cuts for businesses and for the middle and poorer class. Only the Democrats seem to think only the Democrats spin it and make it that it's towards the tax cuts are only for the rich, which is bullshit because the rich hate Trump. Except say for a few actors in Hollywood and here in New York. And you know what else is funny? The fact that that former President Obama seems to think that he's the one who made the economy like this. Yeah. I laughed when he said it too. Yeah. Like, bro, are you serious? You didn't do a thing. The only thing that you accomplished in your presidency was when you managed to kill Osama bin Laden. That is the only thing you managed to accomplish in your whole presidency. Everything else, you destroyed the economy. You sent our jobs offshore. You basically told the working class man or woman, we have no jobs, and you're allowed to work. Manufacturing was down. Crime was at an all-time high in cities like Chicago, Atlanta, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Baltimore. Not to mention the rhetoric you spewed against our nation's law enforcement officers, not giving them the benefit of the doubt in terms of police shootings. and you think you're the one who improved the economy, you said you called you now call for open borders when at the beginning of your presidency you were saying the same damn thing that Donald was. That anyone who crosses our border illegally is subjected to the rule of law. What happened to that Obama? What happened to that Obama who wanted to actually fix this country? What? Oh, what did? I want to know. I want to know what happened to that Barack. I got a feeling I'm not going to like what I hear. That maybe the radical Democrats like Hillary, Nancy, or Hillary and Nancy told you better tone down on all that fixing America rhetoric. Otherwise, you are going to go down in the next election, or even worse. At the top of it all off, you couldn't even help your own community. I mean, sure, you had people like Common, Beyonce, Jay-Z come visit the White House, but for what? A photo op. That's all you wanted them for. A photo op. Nowadays, now you're just, you sided with your party no matter how ridiculous their claims were. You became corrupt, and your party blames Republicans, calling us Nazis, racists, anti-Semites. That could not be further from the truth. Now, I will admit there are people in my party who in my opinion who spew that rhetoric, have no place amongst us. But you should remember that it was your party, that it was the Democrats who started the whole racial divide. 1860 to 1865, most of the Democratic Party seceded from the Union, formed the Confederacy, went to war with us, lost, created an insurgency called the Ku Klux Klan. We destroyed it in the years after, 5 years after the war ended. But you didn't give up, but your party didn't give up there. Oh, no. They created more groups, and in time managed to oppress the African Americans even more with Jim Crow. Until, of course, however, a man by the name of Martin Luther King, a man by the name of Malcolm X, amongst a bunch of whole other people, managed to end segregation. Thankfully. But you weren't done there. No, your party wasn't done there. Your party is responsible for the death of JFK, Malcolm X, Robert Kennedy, and Dr. King. Because you guys couldn't take it. You couldn't take the fact that America was going to be changed. America wanted change. And to top it all off, when Lyndon Johnson was president, he said the following, saying, and I quote, "If we can keep those N-words on welfare, they'll vote for us for the next 200 years. That was Lyndon B. Johnson in 1965. 2 years after President Kennedy was killed by members of his own party. Nowadays, the African American community, if you even try to think conservative, or if you try to line yourself with the Republicans, they call you a race traitor and an Uncle Tom. When in reality, the African Americans who side with the Democrats, despite everything they've done to them over the past 100 something years, 140 years, are the real Uncle Toms. The Democratic Party is tainted with the stench of racism. No matter how many times they try to make the Republicans look like the racists, when in reality we're the ones who are trying to save their asses, trying to bring them around to our way of thinking. Tomorrow, I urge all Hispanic, all African, and all smart-minded Americans in New York to vote for the people who will listen to you and get shit done. Men like Larry Sharpe. Men like Peter King. And women too. Tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, we'll either have civil unity and prosperity, or we will be sidetracked, we won't be listened to, and we will go back to what we will go back to what we had before President Trump. As always, please say a prayer for our men and women in law enforcement, our military, and Congress. Also, a special shout out to Congressman Crenshaw. Sir, I stand with you and every other veteran, every other disabled veteran in this country. Say a prayer for our president, his administration. I thank God for the liberties we have under him. Because if not for him, our country would be heading towards a socialistic nightmare at the hands of Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and every radical Democrat inside the government. Until next time, I'm Patriot American, signing off.